Yes, Your Honor, for folder 26, that's Mr. Ryan. I think that's Act 180, right?
I mean,
And you're not able to, okay.
Go ahead.
You're not able, if you watch the video, you're not actually able to see who's actually posting it. It's alleged to be on my client's page, but you can't actually see him. And you see somebody else playing, or I guess watching the TV, and you don't know who's actually speaking either.
Okay. We're not going to, there doesn't seem to be audio, right?
No, there's audio, Your Honor.
Okay.
And so you have Mr. Ryan, it appears, because he posted it on his page.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, while in prison. And the video is of, we believe, Mr. Ryan watching Mr. Eppinger get a bond on TV. So they're in prison. Similar, he has his cell phone in prison, and he's watching Mr. Eppinger get a bond, and he says, free, he's a number of different things, but he talks about slat, free, this YSL, we getting bonds on this shit, some other language.
So is there audio where somebody is saying that?
Yes, Your Honor. And we can play it.
All right, because when I just hit play, there's no audio, but that may be because of my settings on my computer. So, yeah.
Mr. Atkins is pulling it up, Your Honor.
Yeah, man, free my nigga Big Brish, man. Yeah, man, life chain gang. Fuck that boy. Fuck that boy. Straight that baby. Yeah, man. Free my nigga Big Brish, man. Fuck the DA. Yeah, we catching the bun on this shit. Yeah, we about to catch that bun, fuck nigga. We coming to get you. You know what it is. Yes, sir. That's in the hood right here, gang. Free the gang. Yeah, YSL shit. That's the hood right here, son. Yeah. Slack Benny. Man. Slack, man. Free the game. Happy to get more blind, though, so they get more blind. Okay. Fuck Rashawn the Devil Boy. Yeah, man. Free my nigga Big Brish, man. By the way, the game way. Big Brish with the big head, man. Okay. They gave my nigga a bun today, man. You smell me? YSL. YSL? They gave my nigga a bun today, y'all. Shit crazy. What?
And what's the argument for this exclusion that you don't know who posted it?
You don't know who posted it, don't know who the speaker is, don't know who the second speaker is either.
Okay. And what's the state's response?
Your Honor, the circumstantial evidence in this particular case will allow the jury to infer that it was Ms. DeWilliams' client. And at the very least, these are co-conspirator statements furthering the gang, furthering support of the gang, and publicizing their support of the gang, announcing support of the gang.
And
but
who's this going to come in through?
This would come in through the investigator who saw this post and captured this post.
All right.
On Mr. Ryan's
I'm going to admit that over objection.
It's also going to be a foundation issue, and it'll cause for speculation.
What do you mean?
Because we don't know who's speaking. We don't know who's speaking. We don't know who has access to the phone or to his account.
That'll be things that you can cross-examine on. Okay. 28. I don't know how to get out of this one. An Excel spreadsheet. Which one am I looking at?
You're going to look at the one that says, I believe highlighted MMS.
Okay. That's like red and green?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And what is this?
Oh, I'm sorry. What is, sorry, Your Honor. So, Your Honor, this is the Verizon text messages that were entered a few weeks ago, Your Honor. Investigator Viverito, when she was reviewing the information in order to make it easier for her to know who was talking, she just did color highlights.
Okay.
We will do some form of this, but as a demonstrative, Your Honor, because if you just read the Excel spreadsheet, it's difficult. So what she did in order to assist her is color code different speakers. And Your Honor, generally, the content in this text message is the conspiracy to stab Mr. Rayshawn Bennett. This is where that act begins, when they are planning it via the text messages, and the individuals involved are Mr. Khalif Adams, Demekion Garlington, Jaden Myrick through his girlfriend at the time, Ashley Ellison. And so we will introduce some form to make it easier for the jury to see. Maybe not this exact document, but there will be some demonstrative to make these text messages easier to put before the jury and digest before the jury.
What's the objection?
I get that, Your Honor. My concern is that in this, I'll call it a demonstrative, whatever the state's working on, there is irrelevant information that's placed out of context. For instance, my recollection, the first on that colored Excel spreadsheet, the first line says something, has a phone number, and it says SB. Now, I don't know if SB is supposed to be, we don't know who sent it, first of all. I don't know if SB is supposed to be a reference to my client.
We don't intend to introduce that, Your Honor, because we don't know if it is. We cannot confirm that is.
Okay,
Mr.
why don't
Stillwater.
y'all get in whatever form you're going to want to use, get it in that form, and then give that to the defense.
Yes, Your Honor.
And just to articulate it, my concern is the state's saying that there was a conspiracy, they're alleging a conspiracy, and they just named a bunch of people. My concern is simply, I just don't want references to my client just thrown in the midst of a demonstrative that apparently, allegedly involves a conspiracy involving other people.
Okay, well, get that in a form. Can y'all do that by the end of the day, Friday?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right, I think that takes care of the joint motion to exclude evidence as supplemented.